We're going to start with Steve Goff. Go ahead, Steve.
Yep.
Hold on, Steve. Okay. Go ahead now.
There we go.
Yep.
Thanks, man. Hey, Vlatko. So we saw Emily Sonnet slot in at defensive midfield. We saw Midge Purse the other day play multiple positions. Versatility is obviously something you're emphasizing heading into an Olympics with a tight schedule. How much will you weigh that in making these final choices for the roster?
Yes, obviously all of that was partially planned. The reason with Midge and Sonnet, there was a little bit of planning in it, but also I felt like the game needed a player in that position like Sonnet, and to allow Lindsay to get a little bit higher and get on the ball in higher or more advanced position. So yes, it will be weighed in, and I think that both of them went in with certain tests and fulfilled very well.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thank
Steve.
you.
Let's go to Mike Craven. Go ahead, Mike.
Coach, what did you see tonight that maybe you haven't seen in previous games, and what were your overall thoughts on the atmosphere here?
I mean, first thing, I think that overall as a team, we were more patient, but the final piece is what we were missing. And to get I want to give credit to Nigeria national team for playing very well defensively, aggressive, intense, physical, and was part of the reason why we were not good enough in the final third. In terms of the crowd and the atmosphere, brilliant. There's no words that can explain how good it was, and it was actually nice to have something like that after 15 months. I mean, last time we had that was She Believes in 2020, so it's a good reminder of how much these people love the game, how much they love the U.S. Women National Team, and how good it feels.
Thank you, Mike. Let's go to Jeff Kassouf. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Vlatko, it wasn't too long ago, a few years, that you had Christy Mewis starting as a fullback on a team you were coaching. Tonight we see her in a advanced midfield role, at the national team level. What did you make of her performance in that role specifically tonight, and what were you thinking with going with her as that option?
Yes, Christy played some games as a fullback, but she also played midfielder in Kansas City. Here we see her as an attacking midfielder because we feel like in the way that we play and her understanding of the positioning in between the lines and the runs, the aggressive lines, the runs that she makes behind the line, is something that we can capitalize on. It was hard for her to get on the ball very often, but I thought that she did well, and she showed some good things on the field.
Thanks, Vlatko.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Let's go to Jonathan Tannenwald. Go ahead, JT.
Thank you, Aaron, and thank you, Vlatko, as always, for the time. You mentioned coming into the series, and we talked about it plenty, wanting to see Lindsay Horan at the six, and she had over the course of this series some extended time there. And so, are there any conclusions about what you've seen you think you can draw at this point?
I think Lindsay did very good at six and did what she was asked to do, and even extra. But today, I felt like as the game was moving on, we're wasting some of the qualities that she has as a six, and felt like a slightly more aggressive player will help us shift the formation into slight offset 3-4-3, where Kelly and Dani were a little bit higher. Sonnet was taking a little bit closer to the center backs, and we had the three forwards there. So overall, Lindsay did very well and adjusted when she was moved from 6 to double 10.
Thank you, as always.
Thanks, Jonathan. Let's go to Mike DeCourcy. Go ahead, Mike. Give me a second. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I wanted to see if you could give us an update on Rose. You have a game in 2 weeks. Would you anticipate her being ready to play then?
Yes, Rose. As of right now, we're expecting her to be ready to play in the send-off series.
All good? All right. Looks like we just got one more for Vlatko. That goes to Eric Goodman. Go ahead, Eric.
Hi, Vlatko. Just wondering, how are you feeling right now that you've seen all you're going to see in terms of game action ahead of naming your final squad for Tokyo? And just in general, what's your confidence level heading towards the Olympic Games?
First, I will say that the confidence level going to Olympic Games is higher than it was before. I feel very good where we at and with where the players are at. And in terms of making final decision, I feel pretty good. I feel like we have very good knowledge of the players. I have accumulated a lot of knowledge and lots of data for the players in the last year and a half. So when the decision time comes, I believe that we are going to make the right decision for this team.
Thanks, Eric. All right. Vlatko is now going to go hunker down and decide on a roster at some point. So thanks for your time, Vlatko. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And we're hoping to have Becky Sauerbrunn and Kristen Press coming up hopefully shortly.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for your support.